Today, we've got a really cool video for you. I get this question all the time. I'm going to take a few minutes to kind of delve into it a bit. Doesn't seem like a tech video, but it is a tech video. Trust me on this one. Best way to make money online? Stay tuned. So Frank Thomas here. Welcome to Frank's Tech Channel. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Today I've got an interesting video for you, and it is a basically an overview video. That is the best way to make money online. I get this question asked all the time. How's the best way for me to make money online? 2019, whatever year it is. And I'm going to start telling you just a few quick ways. And I'll tell you something, if you're a programmer, this is a great, great way to do things. I started programming many years ago, doing various things, and I was doing it online. I actually left my corporate job probably over 13 years ago, and I've been working from home office since then. And uh, and it's really easy to look like a homeschooler. I got to tell you, but your jammies and your fuzzy slippers. But something to be serious. It's really cool to make money online because you get to create something and you get to spawn it out into the world and you get to see how it goes and you get rewarded for that. Hence why there's lots of people on Udemy. That's the very first one. If you are somebody who has a skill, talent, you know how to do something, you got to get it on. And one of these platforms is Udemy, which is a learning platform. And get your video up on there. It does take a little bit of running around to get it done, but you can have it done. Now, what's the upside to Udemy? It's easy. They've already got the platform all set up for you. The downside is or sorry, another upside too is they do have a large audience of people. So if you've got a good video and it's something people are interested in, you can take off pretty quickly. Downside is it is a little bit of a learning curve with Udemy. It's not difficult, but it's not easy. You have to go through the approval process. And if putting up your first courses, uh, it's a little slow for it to kind of take off. A lot of times I've heard a lot of people complain, put a course up and nobody's buying it, whatever. You know, uh, I'm not going to go into Udemy much more than that, but the thing is, you have to realize that you just doing it is half the battle. Get into it, get it done, and continue doing it. Okay, another place you can make money online is software creation, and that's one place that I do make money. Now, I'm going to tell you that it can be very difficult, but it doesn't have to be very difficult. It can be difficult, but it doesn't have to be. I started about 7 or 8 or 9 years ago using a product called Ubot Studio, which is a web automation tool, and I used it to create simple automation sequences on the web, because that's what its strength is. So one of the very first products I created a long time ago when PingFM was still pretty popular was a program called PingFM Poster, and we sold dozens and thousands of copies of that silly program. I worked with a bunch of other guys to do it. Uh, Other products too that I sold for software products was Livestream Genius, which is a product I still sell to this day. And I've created several products and sold them online. Now, what's the upside? The upside is once you get cooking, once you get yourself a list going, once you get presence, and again, it's all about community. You got to get a community in front of you. You can really do well with your own software because the only person you pay then is the payment vendor, PayPal, Stripe, whoever it is, and you're paying less than 5%. If you tag on with JVZoo, maybe you're paying 10% overall because JVZoo wants their 5% as well. But the thing is, you can get a product out very, very quickly and sell it to the general public. You can sell it for $7, you can sell it for $200, you can sell it for $1,000, and you're not only limited to software. The neat thing about software is once you create it, you can create it and sell it in one of two different ways. One is you sell it for $50 and you're done. They get their software and you're done. Or you can take on the new model that a lot of the Microsofts, a lot of the big companies are realizing that is really good is subscription based. Now you don't have to sell it for a lot per month, and it's actually really helpful if you can find a way to sell your model, your software, for a lower monthly cost. And that does work well, very well. I'm actually about to launch a product that sells for $7 a month, and we're going to see how that flies. And I'll definitely report more on that as we go. Downside here is you got to have a community, and I kind of stipulated that a little earlier. But if you don't, you have to build a community, and I'll be touching into that in further videos in the future as well, how to build that community. So basically, you got to get in front of people, and there's lots of ways to do it. Another downside could be is if you want to build a community quickly, and this is one of the ways to do it, is to bring on affiliates who will be willing to sell your product. Now, they will normally want at least 50% of the product. If they're a super affiliate, they may ask for more, so don't be surprised. But they will bring in hundreds of sales if you got a good product very quickly. Hundreds of sales very, very quickly. So it's very worthwhile. Another thing you can do is write a book. You know, it sounds well overdone, but there's a lot of people who just need to write a book. You know, like you have an experience, and even and it could be a tech experience, it could be an online experience, it could be how to raise your kids, could be how to basket weave, could be I've seen people make tons of money doing videos on potato guns for crying out loud. You know how to make a potato gun, and they write a book or they create a PDF manual. Okay, and those two are kind of almost the same thing, but they can be two different things as well. A book is more aligned to the fact that you want to become published, and that brings credibility to your name, and that builds community. You see, the community is very important here. The idea behind a PDF is, let's say you learned how to do a thing, and you know sometimes it could be something really small. You know, for example, I'm going to be creating a book as well as a PDF as well as a video series on how to connect Stripe to ASP.NET. Now, it sounds complicated, and I'm not going to lie, it is. But once somebody shows you that there's an old saying, heart surgery is hard until somebody shows you how to do heart surgery, then it becomes easy. And you know, it's important to teach, and you can teach a small thing or a big thing. It doesn't matter. And that's one of the reasons why I have my tech channel. I love, you know, to cut videos. When I learned how to do a new thing, and this is how I started this tech channel years ago, I was putting up U-Bot tutorial videos. And because I would learn how to do something, and I cut a video of it and I put it on YouTube, thinking, you know, I can go look at it again later because my memory is about as long as my dog, about that long. You know, I got this little dog, and it's handy for me once I've learned how to do a thing to go review it again later in the future. And I used my YouTube channel for that primarily. Lo and behold, I got a whole bunch of people contacting me going, "Can you put up more videos?" And it went to the point where I started building a community with U-Bot people. And I actually had U-Bot themselves contact me. And this was another way to make money through secondary sales, like through affiliation sales, and and um, and as well as, you know, a company will come to you and say, "Hey, we see you always representing us, and we'd like you to do our videos for us, you know, or we'd like you to do the instruction manual." So there's another way to make money online. There really is lots of ways to make money online. And I'm going to be cutting this video short here in just a second because I want you to just think about this. What do you know, and how can you present it to people who want to know what you know? You know, we always discount what we know, and it's important. You know, like I find somebody who knows how to do something, man, I'm willing to pay them the moon and the stars to teach me if I need it. So don't be afraid to bone up on what you know, get to know it really well, and find a way to put it online. And believe it or not, you might not hit a home run right away. I'm going to be straight up with you. This online thing is base hits, but you got to get up the bat and you got to swing the bat and try to hit the ball. Okay, and you might get to first base, then you might get to second base. With Livestream Unisol product that I've been selling for 3 years now, it was a home run. It was a home run. Like that product made crazy money. It really did. In the time span that when we really sold it, it made really good money. So you can make a lot of money, is what I'm saying. Um, so think after you watch this video about things you can do, and stay tuned to the channel. Be sure to subscribe. Become a super subscriber by hitting the notifications bell, and you'll know when I put out the next video. And think about what you could do and put it online. If you're a programmer and you've been working for other people for a long time, start thinking about, hey, what can I start building in my basement that I love to build? Or if you're a carpenter and you're building houses, what can I build in my basement or in my workshop that I like to sell? I watched somebody do that. And that's not necessarily online, but he uses the online presence to build his community. Stay tuned. I'll be bringing up more videos in this venue of thinking. And thank you for joining me today. I'm Frank Thomas, and I'll see you at the next Tech Channel.